Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Masters of the Universe ReAction Battle Armor He-Man and Skeletor with battle damage from Super7. That's right, so these right here are just brand new variants of the Battle Armor He-Man and Skeletor ReAction figures. We've already had a Battle Armor version of each of them, but those had just the clean Battle Armor. So these right here, the only real difference going on is that they've got battle damage on them. So let's just go ahead and take a closer look. As you can see, both figures come on those same blister cards we've seen for all of the Masters ReAction figures so far, and I'm just going to reiterate how much I love this packaging. The artwork on these is amazing, and I can totally see exactly why folks might want to keep these mint on card because they display so well in this packaging. But we're going to go ahead and open them up and take a closer look at them. So, got our two figures side by side, and if you have not yet seen any of these ReAction figures, it's worth noting that they are right around 3 3/4 inches tall. Basically, these figures are done in that vintage 5 points of articulation style, much like Kenner's old Star Wars toy line. So it's kind of funny seeing Masters of the Universe characters reimagined like this because the vintage Masters of the Universe figures are known for being big and chunky, and these guys are a little skinny and small. So it's a very different look, but they're very cool looking at the same time. The figures are actually made of a very good quality. They're very solid feeling. They actually feel a lot like a vintage action figure. And like I said, 5 points of articulation sees the head turning left and right, the arms moving up and down at the shoulders, and the legs moving up and down at the thighs, and that's all we're going to get with these guys. But the figures do look really nice, and as you can see right here is the difference on these guys. They're rocking the battle armor, and there's no action feature on there, but instead, this time around, they've got the little scratches painted right across the logos on their chests. And I kind of like how Skeletor's is a silver scratch, and He-Man's is a purple scratch. They're opposite of each other. So it's kind of cool. It's just a way to recreate that classic action feature with the flipping chest drums there, but instead they just kind of painted on the differences. So these are essentially just variants of the figures that are already released. And of course they do have some accessories. Skeletor here has a version of the Power Sword. It looks a lot like the vintage Power Sword, but it is a little bit different. It's a bit smaller to fit the ReAction style here. And then He-Man has got the Battle Axe. And again, looks a lot like the vintage action figure Battle Axe, just kind of shrunk down to fit in scale with the ReAction figures. Alright guys, it's comparison time. So let's go ahead and stand them alongside the regular releases just so you can see the difference there between the standard release and this new battle damage release. So this way you can kind of decide which one you like better. And also, how about we go ahead and stand ReAction He-Man alongside vintage Battle Armor He-Man, which will really give you an idea of the scale difference. So that's it. That's your new battle damaged versions of ReAction Battle Armor He-Man and Battle Armor Skeletor. Like I said, they're just variations of figures that were already out, but this is pretty cool because if you want to add them to your collection, you can now decide if you want the clean armor, the scratched armor, or maybe both. They look really great, especially on the packaging. I love the packaging on these, but they work well as loose figures as well. Both figures are available right now at Super7store.com. They retail for $15 a piece. Very special thanks to the folks at Super7 for sending these along so we can get a good look at them outside of the packaging. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time.